This is the BMW 2026 iX XDRIVE 60, and it comes with about 536 horsepower and about 564 foot-pounds of torque. That translates to about 4.4 seconds 0 to 60, and to put that in perspective, that's pretty quick for a very heavy SUV, and that's about a blink of an eye slower than my old E60 M5, and this thing really picks up. $60. Nasty. The beautiful thing about these is, compared to my i4, which has very lousy range, and you can see we're at 60%, and we still have about 202 miles. So when I got this, it was I think 90%, and it was showing about 320 miles. So I've been driving this for about 3 or 4 days while my X5's at the shop. So the thing about this, really, there's no knobs here, and if you've owned these, you kind of understand how the iDrive system has kind of evolved. Some of the things that I really like about this is these seats are like probably one of the most softest and comfortable seats that I've ever sat in my life. It's almost like they're made out of memory foam or something like that. They're very wide, and so if you're a big frame guy, you'll really appreciate kind of the side-to-side arm room and overall clearance you have in here. So if you're like 6 and 250 plus, you'll really appreciate this, and you can probably drive this thing all day. And it's like, I'm not even joking about the seats, it's probably the best I've ever sat in. In the back, I have a video of my girlfriend back there, and she's 5'4", and she had a mile of headroom. And I've seen videos of people 6'5", easily sitting back there, and you got plenty of leg room, right? I know that the car seats might not put it in perspective, but they're also rear heated seats too, right? So the sunroof has a button that you can press, and it kind of auto dims. Right now it's blue sky, so you're just seeing blue sky, but it doesn't go perfectly clear, and then it kind of blocks it out, right? Maybe you get a better perspective with the trees right there. About the sound system, this thing bumps. I mean, it's got these subs underneath the rear seat there, and they're kind of like it feels almost like butt kickers. It's not really a low bass, but it will vibrate the car like you got some legitimate subs in here. And obviously I'm not going to demonstrate it because you're really not going to get the true sense of sound, but from the bass perspective, it's movie theater quality. It's Harman Kardon speakers in this one, and it really kicks. You're not going to be disappointed. That should record in spatial audio, so that'll give you a perspective. Like I said, put on your headphones and rewind that back. You'll get a good sense of the bass and the dynamics of the speakers. These usually come with, some type of driving assist. This one does have the driving assist. My i4 has the M Sport package, and it has the Driving Assist Pro package, which does let you drive hands-free up to 40 miles an hour. This one it's kind of hands-free up to about 15 miles an hour, then it requires you to keep your hands on it. I have not found where you can adjust the distance control. It's just kind of sets as like a 3-car gap standard, and so you'll find people will try to get in front of you. My car, I can kind of stay a little more tighter and interact with that piece of it. But overall, not bad. You know, I wish, you know, it's 2026. I wish it would be more automated assisted. For a big SUV, it does drive extremely soft, and you'll hear a lot of reviews about the comfort. The ride is just super soft, and it does have some driving modes in here. So if you got some downhill assist, some ride height adjustments, and you can kind of see, it's hard to tell, but right now it's adjusting up. And these are not like these are not like 6.4 Impalas. You're not going to just jump up and down, right? It's a very soft gradual. So if I press the button again, let's see what happens. It'll be adjusted down to the normal level. So, you know, you're getting into a flood prone area or there's a high snowpack, it will do that. So all your buttons up here, I mean, it is kind of funny. You press the button up here and it activates all your stuff here. It does have the cool little lighted halo up front. But overall, if you've driven one of these or you're curious about these, it's really great. Another cool thing, you got wireless charging, you have cup holders, and you got, a lot of people say this is great if you have dogs, or, you know, I know women like to put stuff down, their purses, their backpacks, whatever, their food they're bringing. Toyota Siennas are really great for that. A lot of center storage here, so you're not trying to, you know, manage your crap. Like when my girlfriend drives my i4, she's always trying to put crap right here, and it's always there, and I just say put it on the seat. But pretty good space down here. The seat adjustments are great, different mirror controls, but truly fantastic. So going into some of the climate controls, if you're wondering, you know, again, this is an iDrive. So you do have your heated steering wheel and heated seats in here. This one doesn't appear to have cooled seats. Again, mine does have heated and cooled seats. So yeah, you can turn it on here, turn the level on and off, heated steering wheel on and off. You can disable the vents, kind of the defrost, different modes. If you're from, you know, this is pretty standard stuff, but you do have to, it is all here on the iDrive. As far as like just features on how this looks, I mean, this does have, it comes with Sirius XM. It does have all the different camera modes, live vehicle modes. It does have the video recorder feature enabled. I think it maybe comes standard at this day and age here. Light control, parking controls, everything you'll need there. Fan controls, navigation. I mean, it's all in here. You adjust your vent height here. You do have a real buttons here for rear and front defrost, some on and off vent controls. As far as the center console space is pretty deep. Let me see here. Yep, it's down there quite a bit, so plenty of storage there. And there's split level here. This is your drive modes, right? Sport mode, eco mode. You can do a lot of different customizations, home, telephone, auto brake hold when you're parking, which is a must. And you do have your volume control here, so I guess I was wrong. I got to get used to it. So you do have some type of thumb control and the forward. This is all nice and done. Crystal. It doesn't look cheap. You're kind of getting the sunlight on there. The glove box is right here. Typical kind of BMW glove box. You're not going to fit a whole lot of junk in there, but yeah. Now these do have electric activated doors, and it does have an emergency manual handle down here, so you can pull the handle in an emergency. You do have your trunk control, and these are electric activated, so you just press it, open the door. And it's like that for all the doors. All right, so we're in the back. I do have my key on me. I'm just gonna do a quick swipe. Let's see here. You can adjust this height in the iDrive settings. If you wanted to go up higher or you wanted to go up lower, you can kind of see it's kind of set for a lower person. You got these cool lights. Now the thing that you are actually seeing here is this is a carbon fiber tub. True carbon fiber tub. That is a trip. That's what makes these things super, super light, because if not, this will probably be a 7,000 pound car. We're rocking some 255s, 21s on these bad boys. So you got some 21-inch shoes on here. This is it does supercharge, of course, like most BMWs. Now you can actually take them to a Tesla charging station. So here's kind of the rear room. It's pretty decent, like an X5, very similar to X5, but you do have these buttons here, and I can't really do it right now because of the car seats, but you press these buttons, and I've tested it before they were in there, they just flop down. So that is so much nicer that you can do it that way. Down here you do have some room for, you can carry your charger. Looks like you got a built-in air compressor, which is really nice. SOS. You know, there's your seat adjusting adapters. You got some sunshades back here that they do come off. So here's the rear seat room, right? Plenty of room. I'm 5'9", so you can see where it's adjusted at. So plenty of room for 6-foot passenger. These are going to be all your seat controls, heated seats and stuff like that, which is really nice. And again, these rear seats are top flight. Super, 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 super comfortable. Again, you have your door controls. This is how you open and close your door. It pops it out. You do have the manual ones, right, in case you're in an accident or can't open the door if there's an electrical failure. The door handles are sunk in, right? Just a little touch button, boom. Now you're in. So this is what it looks like here. Cool seats. You know, my girlfriend commented she would kind of rather have adjusted headrest like in the X5, but for me it doesn't bother me too much because I don't really use it, but I do like the design. It's, again, extremely comfortable. All right, spend another minute on some of the My Modes feature, the iDrive. So if you notice right now we're in sport mode and it's 198. I'm gonna go into My Modes and so 198. We're gonna go into efficient mode. You notice that will recalculate. It'll pick up about another 15 miles. And you also have a feature in this too. Let me go back in here. You have activate, like I would say you'd use this in an emergency or something. Activate maximum mode, right? So it's going to give you another 57 miles. You can only do 60 miles per hour, but you know, look, that will add back 57 miles. So I mean, right now you're going to have 260-ish miles or something like that. You do have expressive, you know, it does change the screen, sport, personal, you got to relax mode. I did see in another video where they're able to adjust some of that stuff, and you can adjust some of the screens too, like you can change the heads-up display. You can kind of see it there, right? You can change some of those looks. Right, if you know BMW, just go in here. You can make it, there you go. You put the backup camera on here and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Very similar on the other BMWs. And I'm just going to say overall, if you're going to pick an I series and you got a family and you want room, there's the i5, which is great. The i4, which is great, but it depreciates like nothing else. I think long term you'd probably stick with this just because from the range, you're not going to have too much range anxiety with this. You know, with 300 plus miles of range, this is the way to go. So alright, so we're driving the IX here. We're merging on the interstate. road noise is pretty minimal. You can probably just hear the AC, but I'm talking really quiet here. And if you can get a shot of the speed here, let's see. We're just moving some lanes. And then here we go. And that was 70 to 90 like that. I think we're in California where people are passing me right now, so 80 is about not abnormal. People looking at me. Yeah, it's a great drive though. It's a great drive. We're going to dominate the streets pretty well. You know, just a little bit of road play there. That Infiniti didn't have anything for me. Can't keep up with the sheer torque. 560 foot-pounds of torque. Interesting drive here. I'm exiting off. A little bit of bumps, but very soft. Very soft.